All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. We're gonna diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%. And the reason we care about this, so this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ads. And the reason we care about this is if a woman's clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, that means they're not simply scrolling by, and that means our ad has entered their brain. And the reason we care if our Boudoir Facebook ad enters their brain is because that's the only chance they'll buy from us. So we gotta get this number as high as possible, and below 6% is like we got big problems. There's some structural issues with the ad, but we gotta get this number as high as possible. Now, a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's the symptom of a deeper root cause. That deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes, which we'll talk about at the end, get more into at the end. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So our universe is taking shape here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. We also know that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, which we invented, and that treatment takes about a week. And the way treatment works is we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ads. We treat the duplicated ones, leave the original ones running or on or off, whatever. And we then run the treatment for a week, and we keep whichever ones running that are that have the best metrics. So the next step, once we have Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we finally got our unique CTR above 6%, and we can stop wasting money. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. We use Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, first part of my residency, went out there, found some Boudoir Facebook ads, brought the first one back to the hospital, tested it, had a unique CTRL of 4.3%. So it's under 6%, so we know BLCS is present. Now, we duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and we got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, 3,700 bucks a month being wasted. But now we can eliminate that and spend the difference. We can spend instead 6,300 on the new Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our Boudoir Facebook ad into the same number of women's brains as the original spending 10 grand a month. So 3,700 bucks a month is saved because it's not spent. It's kind of like a phantom bonus, 3,700 bucks a month. So it's like a 40K bonus over the next, over the next 12 months, over the next year. Second part of my residency, went out there, found a Boudoir Facebook ad that is, when I brought it to the hospital and tested it, unique CTRL of 1.39%. So it's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. And we also have, after duplicating it and treating it with Boudoir Pico, we got it to 9.13% unique CTRL right there. So big difference between these ones. Found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then we actually know that if they're spending more than 10 grand a month, 8,400 bucks a month being wasted unnecessarily, just going to Facebook for no reason. So now we can run the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending the difference there, 1,600 bucks a month, And we're going to get our Boudoir Facebook ad into the same number of women's brains as the original Boudoir Facebook ad, spending 10K a month, 10 grand a month. So 8,400 bucks a month. Every month that we're not spending it, it's kind of like a phantom profit for the business owner. That's like 100 grand over the next 12 months, phantom profit or extra profit, whatever we want to call it. Finally had a patient, his unique CTRL 5.03%. Yep, so we knew that's under 6%, so BLCS is present. So we duplicated it, did a lot of work on this one. Treated with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, got his unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found out he was wasting 67% of his ad spend. So again, if you spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, we can cut out that 6,700 bucks of waste, and you can pocket that literally every single month, 6,700 bucks a month by not spending it. So it's like what, 80 grand over the next year, and simply spend 3,300 bucks a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad and get his ad into the same number of women's brains as the original Boudoir Facebook ad, spending 10 grand a month. So massive, massive efficiencies here. Now the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at these numbers here, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. And so the average, average those numbers together is between 50 to 60%. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, it's 5K every single month, or 60 grand over the next year being wasted, that we can approximately get that amount back into their pocket. So, all right, now we're going to look at this. Going to look at going to diagnose this here, see what our thoughts are. So what I'm seeing right now is the below creative cluster mistake. Got it highlighted. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe that everything Facebook tells us to fill out for our ad is what we should fill out. But the consequences of following Facebook's leads and recommendation is more women scrolling by our ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, leading to BLCS. And on the flip side, Facebook gets to serve more ads per unit time because more women are scrolling by our ads per unit time, not staying to click somewhere and read more. And so we actually, Facebook's making more money per unit time. We're losing more money per unit time. Looking at the creative, this looks like an ad mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we actually believe that ads should look like ads, because that's what we've seen. Other ads on Facebook look like ads, but other Facebook ads on Facebook look like ads. That is incorrect. The consequences of this are way, way, way more women scrolling by our ads than necessary, and pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, we're going to look at the See More headline. First 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed. This is all that people will see above the ad. They won't see any other text. Lovers, enter to receive this $1,500 luxury couples boudoir experience. You and your partner deserve a day of pampering and celebration. All right, so we got a little bit of context here, but this is the lack of context mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we believe that we've got enough context here to actually bring in more buyers, bring in more of who we want to bring in. And our See More headline here looks kind of like what other boudoir photographers are doing, so it's probably good enough. But every other boudoir Facebook ad I've actually seen the back end for 100% have had BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, because everyone's making the same mistakes. So this contributes more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. We're spending money for that impressions, wasting it. And so the lowest, kind of the pulmonary unique CTRL under 6% contributing to BLCS. That's the consequences of this. So after all that, do I believe this has BLCS, aka do I believe the unique CTRL of this Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%? Yes, I do believe that. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you're looking around at the market, you're seeing more Boudoir photographers enter the market every single day. You know, someone gets a new iPhone, all of a sudden they're throwing up a Google Maps profile saying they do boudoir photo shoots, or they get a new camera and they're, you know, they get a new camera and then they're posting in the mom groups that they now do boudoir photo shoots. So it's basically more competition for the same number of buyers. So it's getting more competitive, more saturated out there in the marketplace. And, so, and you're also seeing inflation and living costs, cost of living, taking that into account. So you've already been optimizing your business, trying to optimize, pull out more profit for ideally, less input, less work. Try to get a jump on all this and remain competitive. And you see Boudoir Pico can, save you approximately 5K in wasted Boudoir ad spend. Eliminate that, about half the ad spend being wasted, and eliminate that and put that 5K back in your pocket instead of the Zuck's pocket. And that'd be approximately 60K over the next 12 months. And so you want this outcome, and you also want to achieve pre-click alignment to become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost, because you need this to achieve that on your path to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM, and well, I don't have any. My patient intake is closed right now, but shoot me a DM and when my patient intake opens. So my DMs are closed, but patient intake's closed. But when my new patient intake opens, my DMs are open. Shoot me a DM and we'll see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.